beating each other up, a famous musician performing at one of their birthday parties. Adam Sandler isn't just one of Hollywood's biggest comedy stars, he's also a dad. Keep watching to find out the truth about his daughters. Adam Sandler never had a reputation for being a huge party guy in Hollywood, but the arrival of his two beloved daughters still changed things up pretty dramatically for him. After he and his wife Jackie welcomed Sadie and Sunny Sandler, their social life took a definite hit as they adapted to life with young children. Sandler told HuffPost in 2014, "My kids give me the most joy, but there are life adjustments." He further explained that he started eating dinner and going to bed really early. The actor described his new schedule this way, saying, "Last night my wife and I were falling asleep at 8 and we said, no, we're not giving in to this sleep. Maybe we should go see a movie after the kids fall asleep." Well, spoiler alert, no movie was seen and not much sleep was had either. Sandler summed it up by saying, "Welcome to parenthood." But of course, having kids is not all bad for the father of two, not even close. Speaking to Access Hollywood in 2006 about the arrival of Sadie, he gushed, "I had a chemical reaction in my body where I loved the kid so much and I was so nervous for her, and that's when I lost my mind for the kid." Aww.
I must have done a pretty decent job as a dad, don't you think?
Sadie is 2 years older than Sunny Sandler, and like with most siblings, it's not always all sunshine and rainbows between the two girls in their family home. When Ellen DeGeneres asked their dad Adam if his daughters get along, he answered, "They love each other." But then, barely taking a breath, he added that they do fight quite often, actually. Explaining how it all goes down and why he thinks the fighting happens, Adam continued, "I think Sadie is at school all day with kids her age and, has the give and take of being cool and also not being cool. Like other kids are better at certain things and she's better at other things and, she has that all day long, like emotional ups and downs. So, in the spirit of one-upmanship, Sadie has her radical methods for shaking off that emotional roller coaster." Adam told DeGeneres, "When she comes home, she's like, I'm gonna be better. Then Sunny, it makes her feel good, so she'll beat her up." The talk show host then spoke for all of us when she exclaimed, "Oh, I didn't know it was going in that direction." We certainly did not either, but despite the violence, the two young Sandlers seem to like each other well enough and often hang out together with their parents. If there is one thing that Nickelodeon is more famous for than, say, launching Ariana Grande's career, it has to be ruthlessly sliming game show contestants and celebrities on camera. So, when Adam Sandler was invited to present a Kids' Choice Award, the privilege came with a side of neon green goo. He shared on The Ellen Show in 2019. "They asked me if I wanted to get slimed. I said no, because I've done it before and it takes over your whole weekend. Once you get slimed, you gotta clean it off. It just doesn't come out easy. It's all over, inside parts of your body. You gotta do crazy stuff." But unfortunately for Adam, he wasn't going to be let off that easy. Telling his daughter Sunny about his refusal to get slimed, the little girl exclaimed, "You said no?" Not being able to handle upsetting his youngest, the actor backtracked and agreed to the sliming after all. He told DeGeneres, "I changed my mind real quick just to make her happy." He then went on to recount the truly terrible experience it was and how he could not understand where the substance was coming from. "They hit me hard in the face, and I swear to God, I was blind. I was blind up there for like 10 minutes, What wouldn't people do for their kids? When Sadie Sandler came of age, according to Jewish tradition, she got to celebrate her bat mitzvah, and as you'd expect, it was a party to remember. The most memorable feature, Adam Levine and Maroon 5 guitarist James Valentine performed a set. So, not your average bat mitzvah then. Levine explained on The Howard Stern Show, "This might have not been something I would have had the time to do had I not literally just left The Voice, so I had all this free time."
And so he texted me, and I'm like, why not? This sounds great. Me and my wife will come. It'll be awesome.
And then there was the guest list. Valentine described how Adam Sandler was very welcoming towards him during the event and tried to get him to mingle with some of the more famous attendees.
He was so cool. He was so nice to me, because you do those things a lot of times.
Right.
People, are just talking to Adam and sort of ignoring me.
He actually paid attention to you?
Totally.
Valentine added that Sandler introduced him to celebrities like Dustin Hoffman and Kevin Nealon, which was awesome for him. Conan O'Brien was also invited, and he sounds like he had a pretty great time too. He said on his own show, Conan,
"It was really fun because I got to see Chris Rock, David Spade wearing yarmulkes.
That was fun.
So Adam Sandler is not just good at acting then, he's also a fantastic host. We'll be waiting patiently for our invite to future parties. When you have a famous parent, breaking into Hollywood just comes with the territory. Just ask Kate Hudson or Angelina Jolie. As daughters to a comedy star, Sadie and Sunny Sandler have been able to work on tons of movies with their dad, Adam, already. So if their faces look familiar, that's probably why. As of 2022, Sadie and Sunny Sandler both have 19 acting credits on their IMDb page. The girls have appeared in Grown Ups, Jack and Jill, and Just Go With It, among other great titles. The Sandler kids also both appeared in Hubie Halloween, released in 2020, although they grumbled a bit about that one. Their dad said on the Drew Barrymore show, "You would think the kids would be very excited to be in a movie. By around, I'd say if they're in a movie and they get to set at 8, I'd say around 9:20, I'm hearing, how much more? Please let me leave."
They make it look like I'm forcing them to do it. Meanwhile, they were asking me the whole damn year, "Can I be in your next movie, Daddy?"
It's not that Sadie and Sunny Sandler are not the biggest fans of their dad's work, but Sandler movies just aren't their go-to content. Truth hurts, but thankfully Adam Sandler isn't one to get easily offended. Appearing on The Ellen Show, the actor explained what typically happens when his kids watch one of his movies for the first time. The talk show host assumed that the actor's kids would not be allowed to watch any of his films because they are R-rated, but he reassured her that some of them are not too bad. He told DeGeneres, "I'll put him on because they beg to see him. They're like, please, it's not fair, let me watch your movies. Those people always yell things at you on the street, I don't know what the heck they're talking about." So, doting dad that he is, the actor presses play on some of his more kid-friendly flicks, only for the reception to be less than enthusiastic. He explained, "Every time, I'd say about 20 minutes in, and then I see them tuning out, and then I hear them, they're nervous to say it, they're like, can we watch something else?"
Wow, what a lovely welcome home. I missed you guys, too.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Okay.
Not a side hug. What's with the side hug?
Hopefully he doesn't take it personally.
It cost $1 million.
That's chump change now. You guys deserve the best, and that's what you're gonna get from now on, okay?
Raising kids in Hollywood isn't easy, or at least we can imagine it isn't. You have to make decisions about how often to bring them to public-facing events, how much of their lives you share on social media, and importantly, how to navigate their uniquely privileged upbringing. Adam Sandler, for one, is keenly aware of those pressures when it comes to daughters Sadie and Sunny. He once told the Toronto Sun, "The idea of my kids being spoiled, I go to sleep thinking about it and I wake up thinking about it. I try to do the right thing, but with the amount of money I have, it's difficult to raise the children the way I was raised." He does, however, have a tongue-in-cheek method for avoiding spoiling his children. He shared, "I took away the west and north wing of the house from those guys. They're not allowed in there, and so far, I think that's working." Sounds effective? Sadie and Sunny Sandler don't just hail from a rich family, they're also pretty well off in their own right, as it turns out. As of now, the oldest, Sadie, is worth an estimated $1.5 million, according to All Famous Birthday. Sadie's sister, Sunny, is also said to be worth about $1.5 million. Unlike most kids their age, the money the two girls have is not made up of pocket money, lemonade stand proceedings, or after-school shifts at local stores. Instead, the sisters earned their whopping net worths by guest starring in a number of their dad, Adam Sandler's movies over the years. So Sadie and Sunny technically do have a part-time job, like many teens do, but theirs involves memorizing lines and hanging out with movie stars, as opposed to serving froyo or scanning groceries. To each their own. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Nicki Swift videos about your favorite celebs are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.